So one of the things we have to deal with is that once the game has come to an end, the music just carries on playing. So the way we're going to look at that is the last number to show up is this one here. The 5 comes first and then it's the 6. So this will be the last number to glide in. And I mentioned before that what we're going to do is we're going to get this script, once it's finished, to broadcast a message, which we will then pick up using Bluey and just say, well, stop everything once the last number has exited. So and this broadcast function is actually really useful in all sorts of different contexts, and we'll have a look at some of those in a minute. So let's so there's two places actually where this stops. One is within the if and the other one is outside of the if. So let's just move this broadcast over and attach it to just before the script actually stops. And at the moment there's no message, so let's create a new message and we'll call this one last number. Okay, just to say that the last number has finished. So we'll broadcast the last number message, and we'll also broadcast the same message just before the script stops running. And now, because I've already got a last number message, I can just select it from the list. So now if we go back to here to try and stop our music playing, one of the things we can do is pick up a broadcast. So Bluey is going to be responsible for starting and ending the game, really. So that's how this is organised, and obviously there are lots of different ways of organising it. So this is the only message here, so it already says last number. So when I receive that, what I want to happen is I just want to stop all of the scripts playing. So if we now run that, and it, I can move Bluey around and things like that. And the numbers are going to come in, so etc. And then what we'll see is after the 5 disappears, maybe we can hurry that up a bit. After the 5 disappears, then the 6 arrives, and when the 6 actually finally disappears, a message is broadcast. So you could see this very briefly lit up to say, when I receive the last number, stop all. And the reason using broadcast is better is because, for example, if we want to add some more numbers here, so I want to, because at the moment there's only 2 numbers, and yes, we've got most of the game working, but you need quite a few more numbers so that you can actually get into the game and play it properly. The way we're organising the numbers is we're saying to the numbers, well, wait a few seconds and then come in, and then to the 6 we've said here, wait this many seconds and then come in. But what we could say here is we could say, okay, well, when 5 is finished, we could just broadcast a message which 6 picks up. So instead of it waiting seconds, we could just say, when I receive this message, when I receive a message from 5 saying finished, then carry on doing this script. So rather than having the script just being clicked when the green flag is clicked, we basically start the script when a message has been sent. So that's kind of really just talking about different ways that you could structure your game. So that's really the end of it. We're not going to add any more things, but what I'll do is in the link I'll put a link to a finished game with more numbers and some changes to some of the text on the background and less spelling mistakes, so you can have a finished version to look at and play around with and decompose and rearrange and see what happens when you change some of the numbers on the scripts, etc. And the other thing to mention is that we focus this on prime numbers, but it could be any particular thing. So for example, if you were working out spellings, there's a list of spellings that need to be learnt, or there's a proposal that there are some spellings that need to be learnt by particular year groups. So you could have, instead of just having a number, you could have the game where you identified the correct spellings, or you identified the incorrect spellings and the incorrect ones got you a score. So The structure of the game would stay the same, but obviously the context changes. So yeah, have fun changing this and making your own games.